And hi everyone. Oh, I think I have some echo here. Let me resolve where's this echo coming from. Oh, I think I did. Let me just see. Sorry, people, first day. But let me start by doing this. Hi, what's up? I don't know if there's anyone following this right now, but okay. Thank you, George. It's always a pleasure. Let me just check if I have like audio echo going on. I don't think I have. It's just that when you go into the live stream, the screen where you start the live stream, it tends to have like a window, and that window sometimes play on its own, and it's usually defaulted to be muted, but for some reason had sound like so that's okay. Let's see here, where did we stop? I don't know. Last week was kind of a mess. I mean, I'm glad I started. I'm glad we finally got this off paper and turned it into reality. But yeah, last week's broadcast was kind of like a teaching moment. Teachable experience, let's call it like that. I wasn't really ready for it, and I tried to rush. And to be honest, I still don't feel ready, but we're going to start anyway. Let's see here. What I have here is the visual novel. It's called ATRI, and it's a visual novel that I thought is very interesting for a few reasons. I'm going to disable my camera so I can go over the menu so you people can have like an idea what I thought was interesting about it. Let me just start by doing like this. Okay. So this is just like the pure game screen, and it looks like the game's in English, right? It has like all the menu, and it looks like it's in like just English. But if you come here, you see that actually the UI and the text for the game is all in Japanese. You can actually play this game 2 languages at the same time, which is very good if you're a language learner. I fully recommend this game if you're trying to learn Japanese. It does have Chinese too. You can see there's both simplified and traditional characters, so like if you want to learn Mandarin Chinese, it also has both translations, but I tend to go for stuff that's native. I don't know how good the translation is. I assume it's good, but I have no idea, so I can't endorse it like that. But it does have the options of both English and going Japanese. For now, I'll keep the third option, which is the subtext, which is like smaller text under the main the meat of the text box in the visual novel. Anyway, it can display a second language if you want. By the way, one of the reasons why I got in trouble last week and you're not seeing the VOD for the episode 0, I already used the title episode 0 because I obviously didn't think it was good enough to be the number 1. It was more of a test. It was like a public technical test. Let's call it like that. But I had a lot of trouble with equipment, especially in the coming weeks. I had to change like my whole audio setup. By the way, if my mic is not good enough for this, or if you feel like there's anything that it's not like good, like if the music is too loud or something like that, please let me know in chat. Also, feel free to say hi, but also don't worry, this is like an introvert friendly space. If you just want to lurk and have something on the background, don't feel pressured, like just sit there and follow me, I'll be glad. Anyway, I enjoy all kinds of viewers. And by the way, because this is a question that any content creator gets from time to time, people will ask sometimes like, what is the best way to support you? And if they ask that, I'm preemptively answering, please hit the subscribe button, share, talk to your friends. Right now, word of mouth means so much more to me than somebody going on my coffee page, which by the way, I have a coffee page. But you can, like, if you get 100 friends to come and watch this, those videos, or eventually follow, I'm not saying 100 all at once, but if you get 100 people to know about my channel, it's worth more than if you deposit $100 right now on my coffee page, because it's, as I start this, I have 9 subscribers, which I think is good, considering I don't have a single public video available for viewing right now. But let's be honest, if I want to get like my goals here, which means making this channel that is like, let's not say profitable, but sustainable, I have to reach those goals to enable YouTube monetization. And one of the more obvious ones that anybody can track, it is right now you have to have 1,000 subscribers. So it's going to be one hell of a climb. Let's go for it. Anyway, let me see here, and I have to work on my mic technique too. I have to stop like clicking my tongue and doing stuff like that. But I'll learn. Anyway, this is like the options in the game. It has a lot of options. It's a very good game if you want to learn, but let's go here. Go back to title screen. And let's just start from the beginning, shall we? I think it's the best option because, honestly, pretty much everybody who's going to see this missed the first one. There were a surprisingly big amount, like large amount of people at the first stream. I was surprised and kind of touched, but they were mostly my friends, and like the bulk of people watching this are not going to see this. So, oh, by the way, I think I should re-enable the camera here just while I'm talking to you guys. So yeah, I'm going to start from the very beginning, and I'm going to recap what I already transcribed. And let's try to show like how I do this. So I'm going to go from the start. I didn't transcribe a lot. Honestly, it was just 4 screens, like a very small number of screens. So let's just go. Let's just start. Oh, by the way, I have one last thing to remind people if you're watching this. This is not about translation. This is transcribing. And I do some translation and the Wednesday broadcasts. The Wednesday broadcasts are more about like the fun side. This is the hard, you have to force your way to study like this side. It is absolutely like you have to power through it. And Mondays are all about this. So Mondays are Genbu Mama episode 1, it's running now, and Wednesdays are going to be Nihon Gemu Studies. And Nihon Gemu Studies is more about like gameplay. I'm going to be playing like Final Fantasy X, the remastered version on PC, not the original on PS2, because it's easier among other things. And I'm more of a PC gamer myself, but also I'm going to be translating a webcomic. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which I suggest, like you can follow me at JPEXMachina. Yeah, and it's not, I think I should have that on the screen. It's my first day. I'm going to get better at this. But yeah, I should have that on screen with my camera every time I'm talking to you guys like this. But I kind of ran out of time, and if you produce too much, you never start. So I decided to start. So as I was saying, Wednesdays are going to be more about gameplay. I'm going to also be translating a webcomic. If you follow me on Twitter, you know which one. If you don't, please do. And just come here on Wednesday, come to check me out, and like just tune in. Don't worry about like not really, don't worry, as what I meant to say, sorry. English is also not my first language. You might have noticed this. So when I get nervous, I tend to mix up what I have to say. But what I meant is like, if you're not seeing this live, if you're seeing the VOD, or if I added the cuts, which is stuff I plan to do, don't forget that you can just like, I'm going to leave all the VODs available, at least for now. Maybe in the future I'll leave that unlisted, but I'll have like a playlist so people can follow. Anyway, let's just get started in the game. I think I took a little too long. It's almost like 15 minutes of stream, and let's start. So I'm going to go here and start the game. Okay, so this is like the meat of how this is going to be. And so this is how we do it for the most part. We do it like this. And I have like in the screen, you can see the transcript, which I already started. I started last week. And you can see here, I'm selecting. It's the same thing that it's showing right now on the game. I transcribed it previously, and you guys can, I'm going to go over the words anyway, because I also have the dictionary screen right here. So, but it's not super easy to read. It's more here just like as a guide. But if necessary, I'll switch to a screen that has the dictionary like bigger. So I'm going to just rewrite over this. I'm going to go this. Let's switch to Japanese on my IME. By the way, I don't know what you guys use to typing for typing Japanese. Hi, Clarissa. And what was it saying? Track of thought. But hi, Clarissa. Really glad you came. I used the Google IME. I think it's called Google Input. It's, you can just Google it. But I think it's a little bit better than the Microsoft one. Not going to get distracted on that, but I'll talk about the Microsoft IME at other points. So yeah. So George I use my keyboard. Yeah, anyway. So going here, so it's, you start typing and it goes like hiragana like always, so hoshi, and you have like the kanji characters that you can select, or how the word is supposed to be written. Now of course this is a simple one, wa. And then there's a word that I don't remember. I mean, I kind of remember, but I don't. Let's say that for the sake of rhetoric, I don't really remember. So let's just trace my steps from last time. So I go like this, and I cut to, by the way, all those cuts, I'm going to make them better. They're, oh my God. I have to stop apologizing as well. But anyway, let's do it like this. And zoom in. a lot more, so it's easier to see. So when I don't know a character, the best way to, in my opinion, to look for it is the traditional one. This is jisho.org, a very good online dictionary for Japanese that, in my opinion, some of the most advanced students sometimes complain about it, and I think it's nitpick. It's perfectly serviceable for somebody who's still learning. By the time you get to a point where you think it's not a good dictionary anymore, you should have already switched to like a Japanese dictionary, not a Japanese English. For that purpose, Jisho's really good. I also use Takoboto on Android and Midori on iOS. But Jisho is very universal because all you need is a browser. So anyway, I used the radicals here to try and find the character I need. Now the character has this water radical, which means like it's this one. So when I select it, it already highlights some of the more likely ones. They're here on top, and you can search for them. And of course it's here. Because it's a very simple character, it's not really a problem. So this is the character, and you can see it's already like, it's already kind of like the verb here. Shizumu, to sink, to go under, to submerge. Again, not worrying too much about translation, but if the focus here is to learn new words, then we have to go at least about the meaning. The verb is spelled that shizumu here is like conjugated, and I think this is like a compound verb. Let me just check. Let me find just the character here. Shizumu Yuko. Anyway, I'm just going to type like this. Shizumi Yuko. Okay. Yeah, it might be this word. Let's search for it anyway. I mean, that's not how it's going to be spelled here, but let's use it. Let's use that word on the dictionary and see what comes out. Shizumi Yuko. No, I don't think it is. Or maybe I tapped it wrong. Anyway, Shizumi Yuko to shite iru. Okay, so that's the process. That's how we go over the oh, by the way, I forgot to cut back to this. It's my first day. I'm going to be using this line all the time. Honestly, I think I'm going to pull a Homer Simpson here, and I'm going to claim first day every time I make a mistake like this. Anyway, I was writing, and I was supposed to be typing this while you guys were watching, but first day mistakes. Please forgive me. So let's go to the second line. By the way, is her voice too low? Because I can raise that. I don't know if it's hard to listen to. Oh, also, bad with those controls. Anyway, let's go back on the log here. So the backlog is like a nice option. If you missed a line or if you want to review, you can jump to a line like that. I jumped over. Thank you for forgiveness, chat. Anyway, you can hear those lines again if you just come here and log. Okay, so maybe I need to raise the volume just a little bit. Let me try. Yeah, it is a bit low, and let me try here. It was actually supposed to be configured so it will rise with this fader. Oh, yeah. It rises with the fader, but let's see the voice. Oh, okay. It's rising with the fader. So, okay. That's another help that you have, like if you want to listen to a line. Yeah, it helps with transcribing too. I try to avoid this. Not that it's cheating. Everything's fair game here. But just to be honest, I think it's ideally I should study the characters visually. This is like a reading exercise on top of all. So okay. It's transcribing, but it's also about forcing myself to read. And read carefully and try to analyze the characters. Okay. Oh no. I advanced again. Yeah, sorry. This is my first day. Okay, so let's go back to the dictionary here. No, let's just write. So the first character is not hard to understand. Those are kind of basic. That's Gen. That's the same from the actual title of the stream, Genbun Mama. Genbun Mama, by the way, means I mean, it's not a one-to-one translation, but it means like the Latin sic or verbatim. So it means written as it was said or heard or dictated. So that's the name. So it's here like in the predictions. It's one of the first options because I type it so often. But it's gen in, and that case means like the original source cause. I could put here on the dictionary screen, but anyway, let's display here. So source, cause, or origin. And fume means unknown. So that's like a 4-word compound that means unknown cause, unknown origin. Dude. So no. Is that Kyugeki? I think it is. Kyugeki. Nah. Kai man. Oh, sorry, he Yuri. I'm going to finish this clause and I'm going to go back to the dictionary screen and we're going to go over those words. Because here the dictionary is kind of small. Like honestly, I think I need to reconsider keeping this dictionary here. But I keep it just in case I really need to point something out while I'm writing. Anyway, let's go back to the dictionary screen. Let's just do like a zoom here so it's easier for you to follow. Anyway, Genyin is here and it means cause, origin, or source. Fume, like I stated before, means unknown. I can type those two together and it probably counts as a word here. Cause unknown. Like I said, it's like a four character compound. Kyugeki, like I typed here before, is sudden, abrupt, sharp, drastic, radical. By the way, I'll be putting all those words on Twitter later. If anybody wants to like saw a word and didn't write it down. I'm not expecting most people to start like following this and writing down stuff, but if you want, like tomorrow I'll be posting those word lists and the character lists on Twitter, so it's easier for people to follow. Again, follow me on Twitter if you don't already. So next word is abrupt, Kai, and mistyped it here. Kai, man, sure. So sea level rise in sea level. By the way, I think the audio for the game got a little too high. I forgot about the waves. Just adjusting here. So yeah, this is like post-apocalyptic kind of game. It's like the sea levels rose and like they took over a lot of the land, but it's like I'm not going to focus on translation here again because it adds time, and I barely managed to transcribe 4 screens last week in the first hour of the broadcast. That was just long enough for me to say, okay, I did stream and it counts, and next week I'll do it better. I'm doing it better, not much better, but it's better. Anyway, let's continue here with the transcription. Let's go back to the other scene. Let's reset this zoom. Let's keep here. It's like, oh, I forgot this character. So it's a good opportunity to go back to actually the dictionary screen again, and let's just like look up a character that I forgot. This is kind of new to me. This is a very simple looking character, but I don't use it enough for it to be in my mind. So let's start with the same water radical. The water is represented in a few ways as a radical, but the most common way, it's like 3 slashes on the side. Like this, I found it. And what else is in the shape? Now we have to analyze the shape of the character. So he has like the radical for 8, and he has like the radical for mouth, if I can see correctly. So yeah, when I narrow down like this and I pick 3 radicals, it already shows me all that are compatible. So in this case, it's this one. What is the other? Oh, gun. What is another word that uses this? It's hard when you don't remember another word, but let's say Kai gun. Okay, this is for coast or shore, and this boo is the same one you use for like clubs and schools and departments. So when you look at the full word, it means coastal region, coastal area, coastline. By the way, if it looks like this is like hard vocabulary, it really is. It's very specific. It's not the sort of stuff that like even native speakers would sometimes like go, oh, there's one or two words like that I might like have to think about for a second before I remember the characters. They're not super hard either, but they're not common. Once the dialogue starts, it gets way more natural, but right now it is on the challenging side, so just letting you know that it gets better and starts getting better soon. Just the intro of the game. Anyway, let's go back to the transcript here and write it down. So it's N. Oh, by the way, let's reset this zoom here. So it's written as N gun. Okay. No. Daihan. Daihan, of course, means majority, half, most. I can show in the dictionary, but this one is kind of a basic word, not super basic, but yeah. Ga umi, which is of course the sea, the ocean. This one gave me pause the first time that I tried transcribing, because I absolutely know this verb, but I didn't know this verb using this character. And this is kind of an interesting characteristic of the Japanese writing system. You can have the same verb written with different Chinese characters, and they'll give a different nuance to a very, like to a common verb. So this is one of those cases. Like, this is no mare, which is like conjugated from the verb nomu. Nomu, the same verb which means to drink, but written with this character kinda has this connotation of it being like swallowed whole. So you're swollen whole, or like you're like gulping or something like this. So half of the coastal area was swallowed by the sea. Again, I said I wasn't going to do translation, but I couldn't resist. Like I'll try to avoid so I don't get sidetracked. So ima, ima mo mada chihyo. Chihyo here means surface of the earth, like the ground. Oh, by the way, if you're a beginner and you're turning into this and you're following and trying to follow, and it feels like too advanced and you don't even know the most basic characters, I'm planning to do like a special broadcast maybe in a week or two that's just like hiragana, and I'll do like 2 hours and I'll cover all the characters. That's my plan, at least. I'll try. And then I'm going to repurpose those videos and that stream, and I'm going to add it into like shorter videos in case people just want to check like one set of characters. I'll break down into different ones. But yeah, as I was saying here, by the way, I hope my microphone is okay. I don't know if it sounds too aggressive or too low. I try to monitor before I start this, but yeah, especially when I face like this to look at the camera, I get the feeling that sometimes the microphone might not be picking up the sound well, but I think it is. Anyway, chi hyo he no. Here it's written as he, but it's pronounced e. Bad habit of mine. Oh, I think this this is like a hard word. I'm going to, like, I know. Oh, okay, it's low. And let me see here. I'll try to talk closer into the microphone. I'll try to get into the habit. Let me move my chair a little bit. Okay. Let me lower the music also just a little. But I'll get better at this. Like, also I need to test listening to these to this recording on like phone speakers, because that's how a lot of people watch live streams nowadays. They don't really put headphones on or even like the earbuds. They just listen with speakers, and a lot of sound is just gone waste because the speakers cannot reproduce, which means that sometimes it gets like a little bit too quiet, depending on how like you did with the equalization. Also, I feel like I'm not too centered on camera, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's focus here. So this is a fun word. Let's switch to the dictionary scene just so we can look at this. I covered this like last week. I still remember the word, but it's like, it's worth it. So, okay. By the way, this is not the soundtrack for the game. If like visual novels tend to have like very repetitive music loops, and one of the reasons why my older video is not on the channel anymore is because like the content, like the composer for the tracks just said like, okay, we don't, well, not the composer, whoever owns the rights said, okay, don't post this, we don't want this online. Not the, oh, we'll take your monetization, no, like mute or whatever. No, just like take the video down. And I was like, okay. It wasn't manual, it wasn't like manual, it was like an automatic thing, but it got me scared, so I'm using royalty-free music for the whole playlist. That's why it sounds a little bit on the generic sound, because the side, because honestly, I'm still sorting through the music. I made like a big playlist that I thought it was appropriate for this game. I'm going with it. Anyway, I'm getting distracted here again. Let's look into this word. So this one, as I said, is kind of like an interesting one. The second character is very familiar. If you ever study Japanese, you know this means eat. But the first one is interesting, and it has the same water character, not character, radical. Though like somebody who's more on the nitpicky side might claim that some of those things I'm referring as radicals aren't all radicals. So call them parts, call them elements, whatever. I like the word elements, but it's called radicals here in this dictionary, so I'm going with radicals. Anyway, it has the water one. It has like it looks like this one was hard. I remember finding it hard. Anyway, it has this. Okay, it's this character here. So let's type it like this. And the other one, since it's easier, I'm not going to do again. And shoku. Let's see the word. And that is like a really nice word to know. That's the kind of stuff that not everybody would know, like not even natives, because it means erosion, and it's not even marked as a common word here on Jisho. Though don't take those as like canon. It's not like absolute truth. But okay, let's go back to the other screen and let's see. So it's typed as Shin Shoku. So okay, Shinshoku wa. And here is a very common verb. Now, the way most people know this verb is written like this. Tsuzuku. If you ever saw some like Japanese media at some point in your life, you probably saw those 3 characters at the end of an episode. This means continue. So that's like to be continued. You see those at the end of episodes. But you can write those with like a combination of like Chinese and Japanese characters. So it's written like this. And of course, this is like it's conjugated. So again, the people who are more on the pedantic side might question if Japanese actually has conjugation. Let's call it conjugation for sake of just making things easier. Anyway, so it's perfectly transcribed, just like this one here. I did both of them. They matched 1 to 1. Going to delete those. Okay, let me avoid showing the one before. Let's not use it as a reference. Anyway, continuing the game. Let's see here. I think that's worth repeating. So
人の生息域は狭まり、ピークを迎えた科学技術は失われつつあった。人の生息域は狭まり、ピークを迎えた科学技術は失われつつあった。シーンジャンプ機能を使えますか？
I like her voice. I like her voice
人
a
の
lot.
生息域は狭まり、ピークを迎えた科学技術は失われつつあった。
So, okay, let's go back to the transcription scene. And let's write this one. So, the first word is hito, which it writes in a different manner. That's normally not written with this set of characters. It's not like written with katakana like this. It's usually hiragana or kanji. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, again, I'm making the special broadcast is coming in like a week or two. Probably going to do it on a Friday, just so it doesn't mess with the other plans. But yeah, it's written with katakana, which hints at the nature of the character. Now I'm not going to say what it means. We'll follow the story and we'll see what is said. Anyway, the second word is like, oh, this is tricky. Is this Seisoku? Like, this is the character for life, and it's one of those that is like so versatile that it's like kinda hard to remember how you should be like pronouncing the words that use it as a compound. So nama, let's use it like that, and use the, I recognize this one is soku. By the way, the dictionary is a little bit too small, so let's do it like this. Again, oh, being clumsy, being very clumsy here. Okay. Let's see. No, that's not the soku. I got confused. Didn't pay attention actually. Not so much got confused. is this one, and this is Iki. Oh, it's not a 3-character compound. It's like 2 words and 1. So the first one is Seisoku. Oh, it was like the most obvious one. Seisoku. Which means to inhabit, living, inhabiting, living. And the other one is Iki, which is like region, limit, stage, level. So the people who inhabit this area. Again, I'm not supposed to be translating. I'm breaking my own rules. Let's go back to the transcript. Ki wa. I know this character, but I don't think I know this word. This is from the character that means narrow. Is it? I'll try on the dictionary anyway. Let's try here. So it's semari. Oh, is it semari? Oh no, it's not. Let's try with Ru. Oh, okay. It means to narrow, to contract. Okay, that's a good one. So, yeah. The human who lived in the coastal area thinned out. Again, I'm not supposed to be translating bad habits. So it's spelled as like this is a tricky one. Sebamaru. Okay. Sebamaru. I'm typing on the transcript. I'm not going to switch back and forth. At least not right now. Sebamari. Let's go back to the transcript now. So, okay. This one's Piku. I think it's Piku as in like the English word peak. But we can look it up. Oh, I messed up here. Yeah. It's a Piku. O Mukaeta. Mukaeru is to go and meet, to welcome, to something like that. Kagaku, which means science. Gijutsu. So that's usually like, I think this is like a 4-word compound. Let's go back to the dictionary screen and let's examine some of those words. So fading back. Okay, let's start with Piku. I'm just going to copy and paste just to make it easier. Yeah, it's peak as in English. Okay, probably. Mukaeru. Let me just show the character for Mukaeru. Just the verb so people can follow. So yeah, that's go out and meet, to receive, to welcome. And the word here is Kagaku. Oh yeah, it's a 4-word compound. Let's see. Oh, it means scientific technique or science and technology. So it goes by context. I'm not going to examine the translation right now, but it's good that it's like a 4-word compound. You should collect those. Like every 10 4-word compound, you get a free burger. Anyway, let's go back here and go wa. Oh, by the way, I should get back to this transcripts. Oh, this is a verb which is conjugated and it's like in the passive form, the passive tense. It's not really passive. Japanese doesn't really have like a proper passive, but it's approximations. It's the word of dealing with like very different languages, trying to use grammar language from one to the other. Oh, I think the game sound is a little bit too high. The waves were crashing too violently, and I didn't pay attention. I need to get used to adjusting stuff like that on the fly. Anyway, it's Ushina ware su ata. Okay. Is this correct? Yeah, I think it is. I think those are tsuzu ata. Yeah. I'm going to have like to check this sometime. Not sure. But let's see if it matches the transcript from last week. Yeah, it does match. It matches 1-to-1 perfectly. So, okay. Okay, I'm almost getting to where I got further time, the first point I got. But let's cover this. Anyway, about 1 hour of stream. Wow. After I start catch up, I'm going to take like a quick break, and but for now, by the way, let me drink some water. Okay, that's good water. That's a good mug too. That's like a very good mug to have by your desk, because it has a lid on it, so it's always, you can always leave some water here ready for you to drink whenever you want. Anyway, let's go back to the transcript. Oh, we need to advance the screen, so let's raise the game volume so we can hear her.
緩やかな滅びを迎えようとしていた。けれど、穏やかな時代。
So that's the title character. That's ATRI, this girl. Or if you've ever saw The Good Place, not a girl. But I don't want to spoil too much. Though it's kind of obvious. I hinted at it before. Anyway, Yuru. Let's just type. Let's keep this like this. Yuru Yaka. Now this is a word that I didn't know. That's that's an adjective. Adjective. Sorry. Sometimes I get confused with the stress in English. I'm not used to saying those words out loud, and I was like, oh, did I miss the stress? Anyway, yeah, and it means slack, loose, or gentle, or slow if it's like a slope or a curve or speed. Yuruyaka. Okay. What burger? Okay. Yeah, I just saw the comment about it was about like the 4-word compound that I mentioned before. Anyway, the 4-character compounds. Yoji Jukugo. There's like a name for that, and I'll show later. But Anyway, sticking to the transcript here. Oh, that's a character I don't remember. I mean, I studied this, but I don't remember how I typed the word. I could sound again the line, but let's not cheat. Let's look for it. The fun way. Not the fun way, but I mean, I find it kind of fun, though if you're going to do this several times, it gets tiresome. But from time to time feels really satisfying when you just manage to identify one of those. To me, it's like a whole game on its own, just like looking up kanji like that, based on the characters. Let's see, it's a little bit small for you guys to see. I think I'll redesign the screen eventually so it's easier. But I think it's legible. Anyway, it has again the water character. It has like a lot of water related characters and words in this text for obvious reasons. Okay, we already eliminated one. It has like, I don't know the proper names for some of them because I studied in kind of like a non-orthodox way. So I called this character, this radical, the drunkard. Oh, I think I found it already. Oh yeah, I did, because inside this it's kind of small, it's hard to see, but I think this is fire here. Oh, first word, mechakucha. I didn't know you could write this word like this, but it's interesting. Anyway, oh, that's the verb that's being used here. So horobiru. Horobiru. To go to ruin, to go under, to fall, to be destroyed, to die out, to become extinct, to perish. Okay. So that's an interesting one. Let's look at the character. Okay. So, by the way, I didn't emphasize this before I focus on the words, but you can look at the characters like this and put them on emphasis so you can examine them closer. So here it even has like instructions for how to write the characters with the proper stroke order. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry again. I'm getting, or how should I say, I'm running out of mana. So, by the way, I have two thermoses. One is blue, like that. And the other one is red, so I have like mana and health here. I keep those close by because sometimes when I'm focused, I forget to drink water. If like I can work for like 5 hours and not leave the desk. And when I leave, I notice like, oh my god, oh my kidneys, I'm terribly dehydrated. So no, like I came prepared. I bought 2 of them, and I always keep water by my desk. I keep like 2 liters of water. Anyway. And I spilled a little bit of meat. Clumsy. Very, very clumsy. Anyway, let's lower the music. Let's continue. Should probably fill the whole mug again. Ah, so satisfying. Anyway, it's filled here. It just not spill over. let's resume. Yeah, hydration is really important. Like, I should probably be doing this far earlier in my life, but now I take it very seriously. Anyway, stroke order has here, there's like you can set the speed. This is a very good resource if you want to learn that kind of stuff. I personally don't put too much energy into that. Like, I learned most of them just by analyzing their shapes. But it is a good way to study, is to just like practice writing. It's just that I don't write a lot by hand myself. So I figure what you don't lose or what you don't use, you lose eventually. So I didn't put too much energy into that side. But yeah, you can see words that use this character. You can see other readings, other patterns. It's kind of cool. Jisho.org. It's a really good site. I absolutely endorse it. So yeah, let's go back to the game here. Let's go back to the transcription screen. So yeah, it's Horobi. B O. Is this Mukai? Yeah. Mukayo to yoto shite ita. Mukayo shite ita. And she gives like that pregnant pause. I'm going to play again the line. It's a really dramatic pause before she goes, Keredo odayaka na jidai. Jidai as in era, period, whatever. Let's play that line again. I like how she delivers.
緩やかな滅びを迎えようとしていた。けれど、穏やかな時代。
See? It's a very dramatic pause. It's a very dramatic, not a girl.
シーンジャンプ機能を使えますか?
Yeah, let's go back to the scene.
緩やかな滅びを迎えようとしていた。けれど、穏やかな時代。
I love how she delivers it. Anyway, checking the transcript here, it's the same word, same sentence, 1-to-1. Okay. And this one, I'm not even going to hide the reference because it's very simple. Let me just scroll here so it's easier to see.
私はその人と出会った。
So again, 私はcomma sono hito. She writes in a different way, a peculiar way that's not, that kind of tells you what kind of character she is. Hito to deatta. Now, this is the same verb, deau, that's written with different characters, which highlights different like nuances of the words. Oh, forgot the punctuation here. Let's delete this. Let's just show on the dictionary what I mean. So I'm going to write here deau with the same character, and let's see. And let's here and zoom like that, zoom in. So you can see the several other forms that you can write this verb. And when you go here over the definitions, you're going to see like, oh, this meaning sometimes it's used with this character. This case has like a negative connotation. It's not the same character we use, it's a different one, but And this one only only applies to this specific character, Deau. To meet, like the meet of highways, of rivers, and whatever, like when the rivers meet, they converge. So you can only write with this kanji. And the one they used here, I don't think it's super specific, or the specificity is not really conveyed in this dictionary entry, but we can go on details and we'll see the characters being used. So we use this one, and it means meeting, tri-state, rendezvous. That's a word choice. Anyway, by the way, I'm pronouncing most words like how English speakers would say, not trying to say French. Say it in French. Even though the R is a lot more natural to me as a Portuguese speaker. Anyway, going here. Okay, to encounter. Oh, that's a fun word. Aua. It's wakareru. Wakareru no hajime. To meet the only to part. Meeting is the first step to parting. So, au, the first two characters. I think this is a wa. Wakare no hajime. Okay. Not sure if this is pronounced as wa, but I think it is. Yeah, that's a fun word that I wasn't expecting to find here. Let's just put that here, and I think I'll put that on Twitter too. It's like it's an interesting word. Yeah, to meet only to part, meeting the. It's a proverb. Anyway, so that's as far as I went last broadcast. At this point I stopped. I only streamed for about an hour. Just like right now, I've been online for a little over 1 hour. So I'm going to take a quick break. If anybody wants a break as well, you're free. I'm not class dismissed, but I'll be back. I'll be like in, I don't know, a couple of minutes. Going to drink, going to go to the bathroom, and I'm not going to go into details because I understand some people don't like it. Sorry, it's so awkward. So awkward. It's my first day. I'll get better at this, I swear. Anyway, let's just... I didn't set up, by the way, I didn't set up like a come back soon screen. It was easy enough, but I had so much to do, I didn't get to that point, so I'm just going to use the stream start screen. But I'll be back, like, under 5 minutes, so... Okay, so fading to it. Hi, so I'm back. Let me put this on. Okay. The floor is not the best here, so it's kind of awkward when I have to reposition my chair, but yeah, we're back at this. So let's continue transcribing this, at least for now. Let me lower this. Okay. So where do I was? Okay. Okay, I think I should just continue here. Let me just go back to like the pure screen, and see what it happens. So I think it was too quiet. Let's just log. Okay. She uses Boku to refer to herself. And again, it's written as katakana. So let's go back to the transcriptions and okay. I think this is better. Anyway, let's jump back to the line. I'm going to hear it one more time and we go. Okay, so let's go back to transcribing. From now on, this is new territory, so it might be a little slow, but let's be brave and boldly go where I haven't gone before. Boku wa Chikyu. Okay, Chikyu is our planet. It's the Earth. It's land. It's Earth in general. But it is the name of our planet. Oh. Okay, I don't think I know that character, and I forgot when she said it out loud. So let's look for it. Let's here. Where's the dictionary? Say to it. Okay. So let's use the radical search again. Our friend, the radicals. So he has the one. Is that for winter? I think it is. Yeah, it's winter on it. And the other one kind of looks like the one to come, but not really. It's a little more complex. I think it's kind of a mess here, but let's see. Yeah, it's like the same one from Ball. So let's do a cheat here. This is kind of a cheat. And I think, yeah, let's just cheat. So Chikyu, going to use that as an excuse to demonstrate this word that I mentioned. That's Earth, that's the globe. And I'm going to go into detail so I can see the characters, because I want to see the radicals that compose this. Oh, okay, uses this one. Okay, uses this and this. Yeah, makes sense. This one is water, by the way. So lots of water going on here. But let's try. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's try winter. And where's the water one? The full size one, not the compact one that we've been using so far. So that's dog, that's rice paddy. No, it's not any of this. Oh, this might be tricky. Might be hard to do. Let's try the simple water, see if it goes. No, it doesn't even show. Oh, okay, this one is challenging. It's challenging indeed. If it's hard for you to see, let me just show like the pure game screen. Or like, so it's this character right here, like after Chikyu O, sorry, not Yo O. And this one is, it's not easy. I think I'm going to brute force this one, which I think is like a very bad way of going about it. There are going to be many instances, but we're just going to power through. Okay, let's go back to the dictionary so I can demonstrate what I mean. And sometimes you have to go for this. Like, by the way, this is not a thing nowadays. If you absolutely want to know a character, you can get your smartphone, take a picture. Luckily, the dictionary app will find it. Like, I think Google Translate does that. But it's not entirely reliable, so I still advocate that people should learn how to do a character search on an actual dictionary. Sorry about the sound on the moving mic. I just wanted to adjust a little. Okay. So just going with one character, one radical selected. I'm going to look for something similar. So it has the one for winter that's on the right. And on the left, it has something that looks like sphere. Haven't found it so far. Let's go back here. So this is what I call brute forcing it, because I only have one radical as a reference, and it's rather complex, but I'm just going one by one, scanning with my eyes. I mark one eyeball. I think I might have seen it and still have noticed. Anyway, okay, this was a disaster, didn't work. So I'm going to just write it as an X for now. And I'm going to go back to it later so it doesn't break the flow too much. Though it kind of did. Oh, it's already going to move to another screen, so I don't really have the luxury of doing this. Nakucha ikenainda. Okay, so I really need to find this character. Now this is tricky. Am I sure that I picked the correct one? I didn't. I think I didn't pick the correct radical. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Maybe it's a little bit different. Let's listen to the line then. Let's go on the log. Let's listen.
僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。
Tsuku. Tsuku. So, okay. It's conjugated, so let's start like this. School. Since it's not, so it's probably ru verb. Skuru. Let's see what characters are used for this one. None of those. Okay, it's not the case here. I think I misheard. Let's try again. One more time. Let's listen.
僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。
Oh, I forgot about the wa. I didn't pay attention. So it's school. Ooh. Yeah. It's not that one. I'm mishearing something.
僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。
Is it just su? I don't think it is. But I'm looking for it anyway. If I don't find it, I'm just going to move to other screens and I'm going to go back to it at another point. It's my first day. Okay, so let's see what we can do about this. Let me listen to it one more time.
僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。
Oh, I think I found it. It's not su, it's su. Suku. So it's to rescue, to help out of, to save. Oh my god, that's the word. So it's suku wa nai. Let's delete this. Okay. Okay, so she needs to save. Let's see the character here. Salvation, save, rescue, reclaim. Okay. Oh, that's the radical. It's not the winter one. It's... wow. Yeah, I wasn't going to find by my method, but at least listening to it gave me the hint. So, yeah, kind of a cheat there, but we gotta move on. Anyway, let's jump to the screen and listen to it one more time before we proceed.
シーンジャンプ機能を使えますか？
I need to reduce the volume before I do this. I forget that she talks so loudly on the interface.
僕は地球を救わなくちゃいけないんだ。私は尋ねた。
Okay, that's a shorter one. Let's go back to the transcript. By the way, I was supposed to be showing the transcript and I got distracted, so sorry guys. Again, it's my first day. So let's go here. Watashi wa I didn't remember what she said. I don't remember the sound here, so let's go. Let's go again. Radical search. So it has this one that looks like a tree. Okay. I think I need to drink some more water, by the way. Just a little. Running no mana. Let's just put the lid and okay. Let's examine the character again once more. Oh yeah, I hope I don't get fired on my first day. The boss is my friend. Let's just say the boss is my friend. The boss likes me. Maybe too much. Maybe I should call HR. Watashi wa... Okay, one radical I found. Those at the bottom are kind of hard to read. Oh, by the way, this is another reason why I actually advise people try to read as many different types of like native materials as possible. People tend to study with like very legible fonts in very legible context, and that's not how you run into live language. Sometimes you just run into something that's like completely illegible, and you have to honestly go by familiarity. It's like you could never understand, but you know because you know the rest of the word, the rest of the sentence. It's kind of like a set phrase, but there's one character that's barely legible. And the Japanese seem to have like a very like high tolerance for illegible stuff. I don't know exactly why. I'm not going to venture a guess, but I realized this when I saw them trying to design stuff for Westerners, and sometimes it's like, oh, it's so hard to read. And even though they're writing on like our R script or Latin script, it's hard to read because they do like white fonts with like colorful outlines and a colorful background, and it's like, oh yeah, it's because they're used to low legibility. We're not. We like something that's very legible. Anyway, let's continue here. Watashi wa... Okay, that's not like a big one. I think I can brute force this. Oh, I think I found it. I think it's this one. Yeah. It seems like it. Yeah, it's a little bit too complex to... So it means to ask, to inquire. Oh, it's hard to read in the screen. Let me just move back to the dictionary one. So it's tazuneru. Tazuneru means to ask, to inquire, or also to search, to look for, to investigate. So, okay, she investigated that. Let's go back to the transcript then. Tazuneta. Zuneta. Okay, that's perfect. Let me remove this one here so it's more legible again. So yeah, this character, to inquire, to fathom. Interesting. Let's go to the next one. Okay, Chikyu. Let's go back to the transcript. GQ again. It's the planet Earth, our planet. Ni watashi mo. I don't recognize this one, but it shouldn't be too hard to look for the character. By the way, if anybody's curious and got to that point and doesn't know, I am, honestly speaking, lower intermediate to just flat flat intermediate. I'm doing this to make myself look for more words on context, getting used to the writing patterns, getting used to the grammar in general, and like vocabulary that is like useful, relevant to something I'm doing. That's why I stopped to look up words so often, especially characters. I'd say I'm a third of my way through studying kanji, and I know a lot of the basic ones, but some of those are very specific and I'm still familiarizing myself with them. So bear with me, this is my first day. Okay, let's go on the dictionary screen here. Let's zoom in 200% and let's go look for this character. Now this should be, well, not easy, but less complicated because the radicals are simpler. They look simpler, at least. What's this? I think it has the mouth one. Yeah, I think it's this one. Yeah, it looks like it is. So yeah, that's the word fukumu. That's a verb and it means to contain, to comprise, to have, to hold it in mouth, to bear in mind. That is a good verb. I'm going to keep that in mind. Anyway, going back to the transcript then. So fukumare masu ka? And a lot of ellipses here. Should I count them? I think it's 2 sets. So ellipses, ellipses, and then a question mark. That's very bad punctuation. Stylish, but it's very bad. Unnecessary. Anyway, the verb here is in the passive form, so that's why it's like, it's not fukumu, it's fukumaremasu ka. Because the passive form would be fukumareru. Okay, let's jump to the next scene.
私は見守る。
Okay, this one is easy enough. The more you get to normal dialogue, the less I'm going to have to stop. Mimamoru. But I'm going to show this word on the dictionary just because I think it's worth it. And it shows the characters and like they're bigger. So it's mi from seeing, mamoru from protecting. So what do you think those form together? To watch over. So yeah, it's mi mamoru. I used also to patrol, but it's not really. Patrol is like mi mawaru more. But yeah, she's watching over. Okay, let's jump to the next scene.
沈みゆく地球を
Okay, this one is... Oh, let's go back to the transcript scene. Shizu... Is it Shizumu? Oh, let's use the space here. Shizu... Mi... Yuku... Q O. Okay. submerged earth.
滅びの運命に抗おうとあがく人たちを。
Okay, so now we're starting to see some repetition of words that we saw before. So horobi, it's destroyed, ruined, no. Me. Let's show that on the dictionary after, but for now, let me just write this. Anyway, let's check the other one because I don't know. Okay, let's move to the dictionary. So, the first word here is me. That's very familiar if you follow a lot of like anime. That's fate, destiny. So, okay. The other one, I'm going to have to do a character search for it because it's simple, but I don't know it. Which is perfect for me to study. I'm going to probably see it often and it's simple, so it's not hard to identify. I think there's the lid here. What is in the bottom? Oh, it's like desk. Okay, that's the character. Oh, so it's like anti the character. So it's, in that case, it looks like a verb. Doesn't look like it is like a prefix or something. It looks like a verb. Let's see. Maybe I have the wrong one, though I don't think I do. No, it is this one. So we can do something like this. You can find the character and there's this options here, this list of options. It's words starting with this, words ending with this, words containing. Let's start with pick words ending or starting, I mean. So Kogi. Let me get some water, by the way. Health potion. Closing the lid. I want to find the word. I could just transcribe as it is, but I'm being kinda hesitant. But I mean, I know how to read, so let's just try typing and see if it completes. Ko o So, oh, okay, cool. It's like era. So yeah, I think that's it. No, I don't think it is. It's not even the same character. Oh, I was being dumb. Sorry, disregard. This is my first day. No, it's not. I'm just going to type it as it is. Like Genbu Mama, I'm just going to go verbatim, even though I don't really understand. And I'll go back to it at some point. Because again, this is not about translation, though I should be learning words from this. Let's try Kogi, just to make it easier on me. Kogi. Oh, by the way, I'm not even showing the transcript here. I'm being a dum-dum now. Anyway, Kogi. Let's just delete this one and say Oto Agaku Hito in katakana Tachi O. Okay. Let's go one more line.
無限に続く孤独の中で
Oh, okay. I kind of know this one, but no. Is it this? Let me try. No, it's not like this. Is it muge? I heard it, but didn't really. Oh, I think it's muge. I think this is the word. Oh yeah, infinity. Mugen. But yeah, that's the character. It was familiar, but I wasn't like 100% sure. Mugen. So Mugen ni Suzuku to continue. Oh, this is a character I keep forgetting. It's supposed to have this down by now, but let's do the radical search. It's like the radicals for like from kid. I think I should be using the dictionary screen just to make it easier. So let's zoom in. Okay, so that's the child one. And it's just going to brute force because it's visually simple enough. I mean, I hope. Oh yeah, it's this one. So it's from like Hitori. Oh yeah, I was trying to remember. It's like Kodoku, like solitude. Oh my god, that's so common, and I forgot. Kodoku no naka de. Sorry, forgot to change the transcript scene while I was writing. Um. Oh my god, it is my first day, for real. No, it's not, but it's my first day as long as I say it. I'm still an intern. Um.
時を過ぎゆけ。お前は残酷だ。
Okay. Toki. That's time. Yo. Sugi. Yuke. That's like this. Omae wa zankoku. I think it's that. Zankoku. Yeah, I think it's that. But I'm going to show those words in the dictionary. Let me just finish transcribing this. So let's go fade here into the dictionary and let's go word by word. So Toki, it's time. It's this character. Sugi Yuku. It's like a compound verb. It's like two verbs in one. And it's to go past. And what else? Omae is like you. And Zankoku, it's if you like old anime like I do, you know probably the most famous anime anime opening credits, at least in the enthusiast sector. Let me adjust myself in the chair here. So you know the thesis of the crew Angel, and all its parodies. That's the word. Cruel, brutal, ruthless, merciless. So yeah, and let me see the characters. Like Zun is from like remainder, leftover, balance, and the one is cruel, severe, atrocious. By the way, if those two don't make sense together, sometimes it's really hard to deduce like how some of those words were formed. I'd say don't think about it too much, just learn the words. Don't waste a lot of energy thinking about etymology unless you think it's going to help you learn the word. In that case, I'd say, okay, that's probably justified. Most cases, nah, not really. So let's go here once more. One more screen. I think it might be the opening. Oh, no, it's not. And now there's nobody reading those lines. So hard mode engaged. So I think this is from Darkness. Could I? Yeah, it is. The other one I cannot read. It's a little bit too small for me too. So let me look at this on the dictionary. So let's go over the radicals again. And let's go. Where are the gates? By the way, drink some water again. You gotta stay hydrated. Proper mic technique depends on hydration. Okay. It's... Where are the gates? Not finding them. They're simple enough. They should have like 5 to 7 strokes. So this is by number of strokes, this numbered order here. So let's see. Okay, I'm not finding the gates. Oh, I found it. 8 strokes. Wow, it took me a while to find it. Oh, it's like darkness inside the gates. So it's like darkness and darkness. Could I? Okay, let's see what word this is. Oh, kurayami. Oh, I had no idea that's how you spelled kurayami. That's a word that I'm familiar with because of like video games and anime. That's like very common. Like darkness, the dark. The final boss of Final Fantasy III, the original 3, the Japanese 3, not 6 as it was in North America, is the Cloud of Darkness. So it's Kurayami no Kumo. I know it because of the music. That is fantastic. Probably one of my favorite Final Fantasy tracks. Anyway, let me just write here on the transcript. Kurayami no naka ni ita. I should have switched back to the transcript, but again, it's right here on the screen and it's not hard to see. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Okay, that one got harder. Bigger line. Let's put more effort into this. So it's like, let's switch back to the transcript and let's try to do this. Hikari wa nai. There's no light. Is this Ichijo? Isho? Never remember how I'm supposed to read this or type Ichijo. Let's try. Oh, I think it is. Ichijo mo. Oh man, I know this character, and I mean I forgot this character. I totally forgot, but I had studied this. Anyway, let's go back to the dictionary. I'm going to look for that in there. So let's again do the zoom so it's easier for you guys to follow. And so okay, Ichijo means one line, one streak, one stripe, one ray. One ray of light. Is that... Oh my god, it's like so close to remembering and still blanking out. Sorry guys, this is my first day. Let's do the radical search again. So this one uses this, like, I call this the construction one. It's 3 radicals. Oh, it's 3 strokes. And uses... I think I'm just going to brute force this. Maybe. It's like this one, but without the mouth. So it's there on top. Oh, it's here. I'm going to be so angry. Oh, difference is sa. Okay. So Sabetsu Sasu. Oh, it's to shine on. Not a single one ray of light passes. So Sasanai. Okay, just wrote it because it's just like it says. But let's go back to the transcript anyway. Let's try this one. So this one is Kanzen ni nani mo kamo ga. Is this like open? This radical? Is this like the same from Aku? Let me go. Nanimo kamo ga. Okay, let's go to the dictionary real quick. And let's try this. Aku. But not this one. It's not the one evil. It's like the open. Oh no, it's not the same. I mean, no, it's not, but I know the radicals. Anyway, let's do a character search then. So going back to the dictionary once more. So going in radicals here, and this is like gate. Gate is like 8 strokes. Okay. And at the middle is, it's like the katakana o. So this is this one. Oh, shimeru. It's actually too close. It's not open. Oh, I'm so rusty. Sorry guys. I'm like unbelievably rusty. Like, and again, I need to hydrate. For real though, let me explain why I'm so rusty. I was studying regularly for a couple of years now. I mean, I took a few breaks every now and then, but I was studying somewhat regularly. And what happened was, like, the last 4 months I had a lot to deal with, and like both personal and professional affairs, circumstances. So I decided to take a break. So I took a 4-month break from study. I barely studied anything in this period. So I'm rusty. Like, I'm okay. I'll catch up, but like I'm super rusty. You could get tetanus from bumping into me. Let's just call it like that. Let's just say that. Anyway. So yeah, going back to the transcript then. So fading back, it's she kanzeni nani mo kamoga shi ma shimeo shima. I think it's shime. Oh, now I'm in doubt. Because it's like this. Yeah, I'm not sure which verb it is. I'm going to investigate it like over when I'm like free. But I'm going to just transcribe as it is, which is shimeru, and I'm going to remove the parts I'm not going to use. So shizu za sa re ta. I could try to copy that into the dictionary. Sometimes that works. Sometimes it doesn't. Let's try here. And it just says like what it's supposed to be conjugated. Oh, okay. It's at least a name of a movie. But yeah, I'll investigate this word later. I managed to transcribe. I'm happy with that. So again, that's like the second character from Kurayami. I'm going to cheat and just write Kurayami and delete. What is another word for dark in Japanese? I should probably investigate that, but I'm not going to do it now. No naka kara. Ore wa. Oh, comma, forgot. Ore wa. Oh, I almost know that one, but I don't really know. Anyway, let's try here at the dictionary, since I'm going to need to do this anyway. And let's zoom in on a little bit more so it's easier for us to follow. First of all, Kurayami, and let's just use the second one. Oh, yummy. Oh my god, how could I forget? The opening credits to Record of Lodoss War. I'm not going to sing here, but I remember things from song lyrics from anime I saw like over 20 years ago. Sometimes I go like this. So yeah, yummy is the first word in the lyrics. And the second one is like after ore is like you can see the radicals, but I don't know this character. At least it's somewhat familiar. It starts with like this pattern here. Or is this different? Do they have like two variants? I don't think they do. Oh, by the way, I found the water here, finally. This time I found it. I'll get better at this. Again, I'm super rusty. And that one is like to say, which is where is it? What is it? Okay, I'm struggling here. Not really remembering, but Yeah. It's like from you to say. Let's brute force it. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Okay, it's here. Hi, Iru. Oh, it's like Hairu. So like to enter. But let's see if there's like one special case for this character. So Hi Deru. Let's try it like this. Haideru. Okay, to crawl out of, to creep out of. Okay, so that's the combination here. So let's go back to the transcript now. And wa I did so. No, it's I did. Okay. I did so to suru. Okay. Let's go one more screen at least. That one is not going to count. Is this move? O gokenai? Yes. Can't move. Ashiga. Oh, okay. I got the picture of the scene. It's bad that I kind of want to end close to ending this, but I didn't really want to end before solving the situation. Maybe I'll take another break, but it's getting late and I kind of want to meet my girlfriend after this. But let's continue just a little bit more. Omoku de omokute. I forgot this one. Let's go back to the dictionary. That's another character that I should remember, and I forgot. So, as the earth, the stone radical. Let's see if I can find it. I don't have so much trouble recognizing the radicals. Sometimes I just don't really remember how many strokes they have, so I take a while looking here. I found it. Okay, it's stone. And just going to brute force the rest, because I think it might be easier. So it's stone and like the angel one. Or should I just... Maybe... Nah, not going to do it like this. Not sure if it works. Let's see. Oh, it works. Okay. So it's this one. Oh, hardness. Okay. So katai. Katai mono. Let's fade back to the transcript. Katai mono. Something hard. Ni. I think I saw this character before. I'm not remembering. Anyway, let's just go back to the dictionary. Let's be humble about it. Have a lot to learn. And a lot to remember. Okay, there's like the hand radical here, fingers. That's like to come, but it's not really. Let's go one by one until I found it. Find it. Okay, not finding it. It's supposed to be easier than this. Sometimes I'm really bad at seeing how many strokes a character has. So I take too long looking like that. Oh, it's here. Yeah, I never imagined it would take 9 strokes. Maybe I need to practice some handwriting now that I think about it. So, Hasamu to hold between. Oh, okay. Okay, Hasamu. So let's go back here to the transcript then. Hasu marete. I think I mistyped. Oh, no hasu, hasa. Marete. Hasu marete. Bi. Kuto. Moshinai. I think this is it. Let me just proofread. Ashiga nani ga omoku. His leg is stuck in something heavy. Okay. Iku tomo shinai. Okay, I think that's correct. Let's go one more screen at least. Okay, this is Moshi, I think. Moshi tsu sareru. I think I should add a u here. Anyway, let's go back to the transcript and Moshi. No, it's not really Moshi that. Oh, okay, so it's not really the character. So we have to go back to the dictionary once more. And I think this is going to be my last screen. And I'll talk about it why, but yeah. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about, honestly. It's at this point. Let's do radicals. Let's zoom in more like this, so it's very legible. So it's fingers again, hand again, and it has like rice, I think. Oh yeah, like this. I even picked the bad character, the bad radical, but it works. Oshiire. Okay. Pause it. Osu, to push. Oh, it's from like Nobasu too. No, Nobasu, but Osu, I think. Yeah. Osaeru too. So, okay, let's go back to the transcript then. Oshi. Tsubusareru. Tsubusareru. I mistyped here. Is this itai? I think it is. Oh, itami. Itami. The pain, ni. So it hurts if it tries to push. And let's try this one last character. This one. I'm kinda at a loss here. Not trying to make drama. Legit at a loss. So let's transition to the dictionary because I'm not good with those radicals. So let's start with the mouth one, which doesn't help because it's used for just about everything. Is that the mountain one? I think it is. Yeah, it is the mountain one, I think. I'm really bad with those kinds of characters. That looked like the mountain but upside down. Anyway, I think I narrowed it down enough that I can brute force my way to it. So let's try. Oh, it's this one. Okay, turned out to not be so hard. Aegu. To gasp, to pant, to breathe hard. Okay, that's a hard word, not a common verb. I don't hear that a lot. Where's the character? Oh, I forgot to switch back to the transcript. Let's go. Tami ni Aegu. Okay. Aegu. Where's the correct character? I think I mistyped it. Aegu. I didn't mistype. Let me try another word. Aegi. Aegi. Okay. It's so uncommon that the IME doesn't really think I'm trying to say that. Had to use another word to trick the system into giving me the kanji I wanted. And I think I'm going to wrap this up with this with this scene. Let me just save the game. It feels like something's about to happen. It's like Tasuke did it. No, I'm not going to. It's a trick. I played a lot of visual novels. Sometimes it looks like something's about to happen and it takes you 15 screens. So no, I'm just going to go and save here. Oh, yeah, saving is important, she said. I'm going to save here. And I'm going to go back to title screen. Yeah, let's go back to the title screen. That's okay. And I'm going to go back to this. So yeah, let me do this final addressing and talk about the stream. So this was the first episode of Genbun Mama. Let me sit upright. I think I should probably have stood like that for the most part of the stream, actually. But I was working a lot. It was very hectic today, so things kinda got out of control today. I was rushing to meet my this broadcast time, and it was a little bit complicated just adjusting the mic. I'm sorry about the noise, but let's talk about what I'm going to do. This was the first episode, de facto first episode. I did one before, it didn't really work out. I call it episode 0. It's not even on the channel, so people can view it. I have a local hard copy of it, but don't think I'm going to upload it, at least not for now. Genbun Mama is going to happen like this every... Yeah, a difficult start, but a start nonetheless. Thank you, George. It's like yeah, that's how I feel about it. Anyway, I wanted to start. So Genbon Mama is going to be the show that I do every Monday. Let me lower the music here. Every Monday I'm going to do this. And I picked this visual novel. It's not super long. I think it's going to take me more than, like, I'm going to get faster at it the more I do it, but it's still going to take me a few months to finish. But I have a lot of other visual novels I can practice this with too. So I plan to do this a lot. Like, pick a game that you can just pause and transcribe the text. That's what I'm going to be doing on Mondays. But starting next week, I think I'm going to add something else. I'm still considering, and I think I might add kanji lessons to the broadcast. And then I would cover like 4 or 5 kanji every broadcast. Not sure. Oh, yeah. Thank you, George. Yeah, I'm absolutely going to look back on this and cringe. Like, I don't really need a year. I can do this like 2 days from now. I'm going to be so uncomfortable. Really so uncomfortable. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm thinking of adding like kanji lessons and covering maybe 4 or 5. I think I'm going to start with 4. I think it's like a better number. And I think I'm going to try to do it in a way that adds to what the community has already made. Because I think there are a bunch of people teaching kanji, but there are a few aspects that I think are neglected that I think I can cover well. And I know enough that I can teach the very basic ones. The stuff like people would know as them N5 kanji or N4, the really basic ones that everyone should need. And I think I'm going to add this. I don't know if I'm going to start next broadcast doing that, or if I'm going to save that for maybe a couple weeks later. Maybe after I do the special broadcast with like hiragana lessons. But it's coming, and might take a couple weeks, but it's coming. On this Wednesday, I continue with Final Fantasy X, and that's a whole different approach. Not going to be pausing screen by screen, translating, transcribing. Actually, I'll try to translate a little, but I've been playing the game in Japanese, and it's going to be more like a traditional Let's Play experience. Except that I don't really know enough Japanese to like understand everything. But I played this game twice. Played through the whole game twice. And I kind of get the plot. But let's see how much I understand. So I'm going to be playing the game for about like an hour and a half every Wednesday. And on top of that, I'm going to also be trying to translate a webcomic. Now, I told you that like if you were curious, you could check Twitter. But just in case, like, honestly, there's no point in making suspense out of this. It's going to be Tomo-chan wa onna no ko, which is like Tomo-chan's a girl. I think I really don't have like the right intonation, enunciation to pronounce this, but Tomo-chan wa onna no ko. And it's a really fun webcomic that ran for like, I think 5 or 6 years. It's like over 400 chapters in it. And I'm going to start with 1 every broadcast, and then I'm going to build up to more as I go faster through the process. The idea is that I'm going to be playing these games right now, and I'm lower intermediate, but you're going to see that progress, meaning that I'm going to go faster over this, the transcription is going to go faster, the playing is going to go faster, and I'm doing this because I'm backtracking the way I learned English. And I learned English by doing stuff like this. Started slowly with me translating like music lyrics from magazines or from like the stuff on the CD. What do you call the booklet? Not making a good case for my English here. But yeah, translating the lyrics in the booklet, and some of them I had to buy magazines to get the lyrics. And slowly I ramp up to more stuff, but the point where I really started to develop was when I started playing a lot of like story heavy video games. And I mean games like Final Fantasy VII, like Silent Hill, like Resident Evil 2, back in like the PlayStation era. I didn't even own a PlayStation back then. What I had was a Nintendo 64, but I had friends who let me play in their console, so I even like bought them games because I was like, I really want to play here, so you can have the game. Thank you for letting me play. So I bought like Final Fantasy VII, I bought Final Fantasy VIII, and like it's kind of weird, like if you think about it now, but it was so hard for you to get footage of video games back then that it was like, I would actually put my VCR on my backpack, a really big VCR that barely fit in my backpack with some cables and all, and I would go to my friend's house, walk there, and it was like 9 blocks uphill, and I would hook my VCR to the video game console and record their playing sessions. I would go back to my home, I'll go back home, and during the week I would play the tape and I would analyze the text. Like, I didn't understand this now, so I'm going to pause and I'm going to pick the dictionary and do this. So what I'm doing right now is I'm retracing my steps, pretty much. Like, I'm retracing how I learned English, and I'm going to do this with Japanese. I hope it works. I really hope it works. I'm very optimistic. I think like there's going to be visible progress maybe in a couple of weeks from now, and maybe more like pronounced progress in a few months. But that's it. Like, thank you for watching. If you saw it live, thank you very much. If you're seeing the recording, you're also appreciated. Don't forget to hit like that subscribe button. I really need that. The like button helps too, but really subscribe, share, like show to your friends. If you know a friend who's learning Japanese, please share. Make your dog watch my videos. Make your dogs watch my videos. Seriously, I need those watch hours so much. For real though, thank you so much for participating. It's kind of amazing that even though I'm brand new at this, I already streamed twice and I always had people on chat to talk to, and I'm really grateful for that. I really deeply appreciate. So thanks everyone who showed up, and it's like also thanks for everyone watching this after recording. Have a good night or whatever it is in your time zone, and see you. Bye. So awkward finishing like that. I should have